Yeah, hello all you fellow rock tumblers out there. Look at this big pile of rocks that I have. What will we do with this big pile? I tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to get all of these rocks rolling in a 12-pound barrel just to see how smooth and shiny I can get them. So what's the story behind these rocks? Well, if you watch my videos, you know that I do a series called The Great Kendra Scott Rock Off, where we take rocks that we find and we cut them in half and compare them and kind of just have fun deciding who has a prettier rock. I've cut a bunch, and many of these are going to be beautiful once they get tumbled and polished. As you can see, they're mostly agates in here, but there are going to be some duds as well. So for this video, I'm going to take all of these, look at this dud, all of these rocks that I've been cutting and competing against my fiance Kendra. I'm going to get them tumbled. Now this is going to take me many, many weeks to get these tumbled smoothly enough to take a polish. But I'm going to get it started. Like I said, I'll get all these in a 12-pound barrel. Put in a lot of silicon carbide 69 grit and keep it going until these are smooth. Now once these are smooth, I'll bring these back in here and I'll show you what they look like before moving them on to the polishing stages. Our big batch of Rock Off rocks have been in the coarse grit for many weeks and they're ready to move on now. As you can see, they're not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I never expected them to be. However, I think that there's enough smooth surface that once these take a polish, we're going to see some beautiful rocks. I believe that to be the case. We'll see sagenitic rocks. We'll see quartzy rocks. We're going to have a really nice variety in this group. I think some of these are going to be stunning once they get polished. We're gonna see, yeah, I feel pretty comfortable that we've got some good ones here. Look at the colors, the patterns. Even though they're not perfectly smooth little gemstones, once these take a shine, watch out. What I'm gonna do next is get all these in the vibratory tumbler. And I'm gonna go for about 10 days or so. I'll use 4 different grits. After I'm finished with that final 14,000 grit aluminum oxide polish, I'm gonna bring these back in here and I'll show you what they look like. Well, check it out. All of these Rock Off rocks are finally polished. Did we get some good ones and did we get a bunch of duds? Well, let's find out. Now there are a bunch of rocks here. I'm not going to show you all of these because that would make this video way too long. So let me just show you some of the nicer ones. Let's start with this big, ugly one here that, as you can see, did not tumble very smoothly. However, since it's polished up, check it out. We can still see some mossiness in there. Sure, look at that. Oh, I like this. Even though it's a very just rough-looking rock, thanks to that aluminum oxide polish, we can really enjoy some of its beauty. Here's a little quartzy one, which you'll see here as I slowly rotate it. Yeah, check that out. Now what I like about this one is right up here. Look at this edge. You see that little red structure right in there? Oh yeah, there's more red in there if you look closely. Check that out. It's so fun to tumble and polish these West Texas rocks that we cut in our little Rock Off series because honestly, they reveal so many amazing details once we get them polished like this. Well, this rock basically dissolved, right? What was inside this was very just soft and coarse, only leaving this shell. However, check out the design on this thing. I think this is beautiful. Look at the pattern in there. So although it's just the shell of whatever this rock once was, I think it still offers us some beauty that we can enjoy. I love the color on this red and blue one right here. It's hard to show in this light. The reflection just makes it very challenging. I'm always trying to improve the lighting, but honestly, with these shiny rocks, the way I'm filming it, this camera struggles. But what I really like about this one is not so much that color, which is nice, but look at this little pocket right here. Oh, I think that's cool. It's a very fine, druzy pocket. Looks like, oh, it almost looks to me like a piece of, what am I thinking of? Calamari or something like that? Maybe the wrong color, but that shape, that's what it makes me think of. So remember, all these came from the Rock Off series, which is when we took our agates that we found out in West Texas and cut them in half. It's always fun to put them back together again. This obviously went together. And I want you to enjoy this side. Look at the detail in that. The color, that rich sort of amber color. Mind you, none of this was obvious until we tumbled it. This side, however, can't compare to the other side. Let me show you that. This side is really something. Check this out. Look at those little cotton balls stuck down in there. I got so excited that I was tumbling this and I started to see this come through. Wow, this is why we tumble these rocks, because you can reveal that sort of detail. Let's take a look at this. Check that out. It's, I believe, sagenitic explosions in there. You see the little, well, there you can see it. I cut right through one. They're like fireworks exploding in the sky. You see all those tiny sprays in there? Wow, I was so happy when I saw this come to light. Wow. Again, this is why we tumble these rocks, people, because you can definitely discover some amazing things. Here's another one of those colorful red and blue ones. Yeah, look at that. Nice. I'm not even unhappy that the tumble is so imperfect. I just love that color combination right there. Check out this cut half. This is another little sagenitic agate with many other details inside for us to enjoy. Wow. Oh, I just think this is awesome. I really like these sagenitic agates that we find out there at the Coconut 06 Ranch near Alpine. The details, it's all about the details. This little agate nodule took a very nice shine, but what is cool is this cut surface. Check out that. It's dark, I know, but the blue in there, isn't that gorgeous? Wow. I wonder if I won this particular round of the Rock Off. I don't remember, we filmed so many of those, but it certainly would have had a good chance of winning. Here's another big old sagenitic half of an agate. Once again, just check out the amazing details within this rock. Wow. It really glows too, with that amber color. Oh, I just absolutely love these things. Wow. Beautiful rock. We have to show the quartzy rocks some love. Look at this one. Yeah, it's mostly quartz, as you can see. Got a nice sparkle in there. But it also has the outer layer of the chalcedony, giving it that nice smooth appearance that I prefer. Although the quartz isn't too bad on this one, is it? You saw one half of this shell earlier. Here's the other half. And it also has what I think a beautiful little shell on it there. Look at that pattern. I think that's quite nice. Here's that big old quartzy rock that I tumbled. It got somewhat smooth on this side, and now we can appreciate some of the detail within that quartz. It's just somewhat interesting. It's not my favorite. I do like those little sprays right there. Otherwise, this one is headed for the junk pile. And here's another one with that beautiful light and dark blue West Texas chalcedony. Let's see if I can possibly get this to show up. Well, yeah, you can sort of make it out there. It's very pretty stuff. In fact, I think I'm seeing some of that brownish color in there as well. These are really fun rocks to find, cut, and tumble. Here's another sagenitic piece here. Look at this. Oh, sure, you can make it out right in there. Look at that little explosion of, well, not only the fine lines, but also some color. And then we have this side to enjoy. Really interesting stuff, this saginite. And of course we had the mossy agates in here. This is what one looks like after it has been cut and tumbled. You see that fine mossiness right there. Just some normal chalcedony, which I think looks beautiful. It has some depth to it there. Oh sure, look at this side. Wow, that's a real painting right there, isn't it? That's beautiful. Also had some of this red mossiness. Look at that. I believe this might be one of those Crayola agates, maybe? I'm not sure. I've got a whole nother batch of those going. Wait until you see how those are turning out. That's gonna be a beautiful, beautiful video for you to enjoy. And here's the other half of one of the sagenitic agates we looked at a moment ago. I want you to see this one as well. Once again, it's all about the details. Look inside there. Wow. Such interesting stuff inside a rock. And yet another agate, which clearly shows some sagenitic effects inside. I must have had several of these that I was cutting. We were in an area that Aaron told us was known for the saginite. I think they actually call it Saginite Hill. And I was just picking up every little rock that looked interesting, and I'm glad I did, because boy, once I got these home and started cutting them, I was finding some amazing stuff on the inside. This is no doubt one of them here. And back to another piece of quartz. This one again has the smooth chalcedony side over here. That's pretty. And then we have the quartz over here. Another super cool piece of the saginite. You can see it in here. Especially here, look at that. All of those little tiny tubes. Wow, what a fun rock. I bet I won this round of the rock off. Check this out. The cut surface. Ooh. Oh, that's a pretty pattern in there. Maybe I won, maybe I didn't, but certainly was a good contestant. Here's the other half of that little sagenitic rock I just showed you. Wow. Here, let's try to mate it with its other half. I believe it would have gone like this. Yeah, I think that's right. And then I cut it for the contest, and that's what we had on the inside. Super cool, right? I don't know what to make of this one. I can't really tell much. Check out the cut surface though. Look at the detail in there. Isn't that pretty? It's definitely some kind of agate, just dark, but you can see there's lots going on inside there. I just had to show you this little one right here because of this amazing little spray pattern right there. The saginite strikes again. Wow, that's just beautiful, right? This one's more of a milky, sort of traditional agate rock here. Lots of detail in it. Kind of unusual though. I didn't find too many like this. This little chunky agate is kind of cool when you look at it in this direction. See all that stuff going on down in there? Wow, that's really cool. Otherwise, it's just very odd looking. As you can see, I also had these types of little agate rocks that I had entered into the contest. I don't know if they won or lost, but they offer a lot of, well, detail and I think maybe some attractiveness. And then I had several like this that were just agate nodules that took a nice shine. Maybe not a whole lot to offer otherwise. Still, I think they're beautiful. Here, that one's got some, yeah, look, that one's got some color in it. So several of these. This little quartzy piece here I'm showing you because I'm wondering if it has amethyst in it. Doesn't that look sort of, I don't know, purplish reddish to you? I can't really tell. I just found it very interesting looking, how you see those little stains in there. This plain looking chunk of chalcedony is actually, look at that, little mossy on this side. How fun is that? Okay, I have to end on something, so I will end on this quartzy rock, only because I like that it has these dark, sort of, I don't know what you'd call them. Looks like it's been attacked by something. I remember when we cut this rock, I do remember this one. It looked like it was smiling at us, like it had teeth, but this is how it looks, tumbled and polished. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I think we got some really good ones in here. Yeah, I like that. And we had a couple of duds as well, but on balance, yeah, I think this was a good batch. Now I've got several other batches of these rock-off rocks going, so you should be able to see some more of these videos soon, although I don't know when I'm going to upload any of these, so you could have already seen them by now. Oh wow, this was probably my favorite right here of the whole batch. Just finding those little cotton balls in there in that sea of chalcedony. What a find. Thank you so much for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please remember to check my other videos for more like this. Thanks again.